Greetings and salutations. It's your man D Boogie once again. Guess what we got today? We got some more fragrances from a house that I'm sure you maybe never even heard of. But maybe after today, you might want to check out. So the house is called Astaroth. And they carry a line of fragrances that are dark and mysterious, and a lot of them have like gothic and, names and things of that nature. And they definitely make sure that when they send you stuff that it is very, 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 very secure. Kudos to them for that. So they sent me several. So they sent me two 5 mil quartets. They definitely make sure it's secure. I'm glad. I'm happy about that. Now, I don't know anything about any of these except for there is one. Ooh. Okay. Okay. So, we've got 8 here. 4 of these are like that color, like a goldish color, and the other ones are clear. So the 4 came that are clear. I guess that's like they're silver. And then the 4 gold, I will say. So we'll start with, let's start with the, send me a card as well. Astaroth Company. Josh Reiner at Astaroth Company. All right, Josh. Sent me a couple of stickers. A couple of nice vinyl stickers too. Very nice. So, sent me a nice little card. And it says, "Greetings. Thank you for your purchase. I welcome you into my world of storytelling through fragrance. These are not merely scents, they are stories, stitched from shadow and longing, meant to stir something deep within you. Perhaps you will wander the dust-laced corridors of a forgotten Victorian manor, where unseen hands still linger and walls remember your name, or find yourself drawn to the shadows of an Edwardian gentleman's club, where a stranger's voice is a seductive spell and hearts are lost as easily as breath. You may follow the echo of a soul wandering through its final moments, pausing to rest within the marble walls of a mausoleum, fragrant with flowers that never fade. Or perhaps you are simply searching, charting your course through the great unknown, chasing pieces of yourself scattered across time. Let each fragrance unfold like a page in a book only you can read. I am honored to be a part of your journey. May the scent you wear become the story you live. Josh. All right, Josh. That's what I'm talking about, my guy. So, he sent me this is not to be confused. These are not clones. These are his own fragrances. So do not confuse the name with the other. This is Ganymede. This is Poltergeist. This is Winchester. This is Lothario. And then in the gold, we have Delirium. Delirium is the only one that I kind of know something about because it has a cannabis note in it. That's all I know. Cultus. Mausoleum. I don't know if anybody of y'all know what a mausoleum is, but that's a tomb, a crypt. And Phantasmia. So we're going to start with Winchester. Like I said, I don't know anything about them. I don't know. Oh, these are dabbers too. Okay. But these are large enough where I can put them on my tester strips. Jesus, that's good. Man, what? That's nice. I thought it was going to be something different, but no. This is a wearable scent. Citrus, woody, little spicy, resinous. Yeah, that's really nice. That's Winchester. Okay. Well, we starting off with a little. Okay, Winchester. Next, we're gonna jump into. I'm just going to Ganymede. Let's see what this one is. Like I said, I don't know what any of these, so I'm kind of just going off of just kind of what I know. You know, picking up the notes and the profiles that I get. I'm gonna go back and look at these because I may actually do a full review and full wearing on some later, but as of right now, we're just testing these bad boys out. I'm doing this for you guys. Sweet. almost like a honeydew like fragrance, like the fragrant accord of like a honeydew melon. Oh, that is good too. This is not the Ganymede, like, I'm telling you, this is not that Ganymede. This is something totally different. Little aquatic, kind of maybe salty, kind of got an algae kind of feel to it. Not just green, but kind of an aquatic green. That's good too. Jeez. Okay. So let's go on to Poltergeist. Now this one I'm expecting to smell more novelty. The other two were very wearable, very, very good fragrances. As a matter of fact, I'm very impressed with them for what I thought. I thought they were going to be more novelty, but they're very good. Winchester, their Ganymede. This says Poltergeist, but I was expecting it to smell like an old church, a coffin, something like that. No. This is like YSLY. With a patchouli dry down. Opening of YSL. Does have a dark patchouli, earthy dry down, which may, constitute to the, kind of maybe coffin grave, but not as dark as I thought. Definitely more fresh, more sweet than I thought it was going to be, but it's very good. Little bit soapy in the dry down with that dark patchouli. Yeah, that's good. That's that. Wearable again. How many is he going? I'm hoping that all of them are going to prove me just to be not what I thought they were going to be. Because I know my man Graham did one with some heretic fragrances, and they kind of scared him. And then I've gotten some from like Hexanoct and some other places, and when they say they smell like a tomb, grave dirt, things like that, that's what they smell like. Nothing wrong with it. I mean, but I was like, wow, the photorealism of it. But that is not the case here. Not the case. The names are more novelty and just having cool names. So this one is called Lothario. cinnamon, maybe licorice bark. Maybe some vanilla tonka. This is very nice. I really like this one. I might have to put that one on my hand and get a little taste of that on the skin. Let me see what I'm talking about. Kind of a cheer wine, Dr. Pepper-ish vibe. Kind of a mashup between like cheer wine, Dr. Pepper, and root beer. Maybe a little oud in the background to give it a little raunch. This is Lothario. They're all pretty good, but Lothario, my favorite so far. Yeah. So let's go on to the Gold Series. And this is Delirium. And like I said, the only thing I know about this one is it has a cannabis note in it. So we're going to see how that comes across. I don't know anything else about I don't remember too much else about the notes. But this was the ad that I saw that actually led me to, check them out in the first place, was the one for their Delirium. So let's see. Yeah, there's no mistake in this. Yeah, that's cannabis. NSFW. Nice citrus though. I mean, the citrus that it starts off with like a burst, like you just open the bag and it's like, whoo. But then it goes into the citrus. And with the citrus, it gives it like this green, herbaceous, almost a minty feel. Amazing. Lothario was really good. This just told that one to kick rocks. The cannabis tones down in here to where it's almost undetectable as a cannabis fragrance. But because that orange blends with it, the orange, the citrus, I don't know if it's just orange, I don't know what other citruses, what other fruits that are in there that blend with this to make this so well blended. Because when I first opened it up, put it on the strip, it was like, oh, this is a bag of weed. 10 seconds later, it was not. I gotta put this on my skin. I'm sorry. I mean, I'm not sorry. Sorry, not sorry, but I got to put this on. Yeah, on skin, you don't even get. Maybe it was just because that was the first when I opened it up, air had not hit it. Because even citrus, energizing, slightly woody, but the fruits and the citrus is in there with that green. Oh my goodness, delirium. I can stop the video right now. I don't want to, but I'm not going to because I got 3 more. Now this one is called Cultus. Okay. Once again, not what I was expecting with the name of Cultus, but fruity. Pineapple. Maybe peach. A little musky. Not as musky as like Herba Pura, but Fruit Basket. A little synthetic. Very nice though. Definitely more synthetic and less wearable to me than all the other ones because this one smells more like a well done room fragrance, house fragrance, home fragrance. You know what I mean? If you walked into somebody's room and it smelled like this, or somebody's bathroom and it smelled like this, you'd be like, Definitely the most feminine out of all of the ones that all of them are unisex. Hands down, no question, unisex across the board. This is definitely the most feminine leaning of the unisex fragrances that I have tried so far. Still very good. Cultus. The cultus of personality. So we got 2 more to go. Now this one is called Mausoleum. Let's see what a mausoleum smells like. Okay, now this one actually is giving me more of the resins and the kind of creepy church vibes, incensey. Maybe some rose in here. Maybe some labdanum, pink pepper. This smells like like if you were to think about the kind of oil you would use to mummify somebody, you know, to that fragrant kind of oil that they use, not a nasty one, but a very fragrant like oil that you would use like to embalm or to mummify. That rose or whatever floral that is. Maybe rose plus something else. Not bad. Also, a little feminine, but not bad. Not bad at all. Cannot touch Lothario or Delirium. Lothario and Delirium are full bottle worthy. No question. I mean, even Winchester was kind of an Azzaro, but not as toffee, but kind of that a little more woody. That was good. That Winchester. But anywho, last one. Phantasmia. I don't know about that one. Like that one might be kind of scary. Let's see. Fougere, very oh. Oh. Kind of in the space. And I understand why a lot of companies do one like this. This is not a clone of Aventus, of Hachivat, once again, of either one of those, but oh my goodness. It's like Aventus with the addition of maybe some mandarin, some additional citruses in there, a little sweeter, not as smoky. A lot more green, sweet green. Maybe even some sage in there. That is really good. Okay. Phantasmia. So out of the 8, they were all good. But my favorites, no question, hands down, are Lothario, Phantasmia, and Trekking Delirium. Astaroth Company. Josh, excellent job. Excellent job. Like I said, with the names and everything, with it being so gothic, I was expecting something else, man. You delivered. You delivered. I appreciate you. Thank you very much. I look forward to, doing more with you in the future. For everybody who hung around and made it this long, I appreciate you. You know what to do. Like, follow, subscribe, share, tell a friend, tell a friend, tell a friend. And until next time, you know what it is. Love, peace, hair grease.